In the silence of a forgotten town, a young boy named James discovered the intrigues of existence. This wasn't a bustling city teeming with people and opportunities, nor a picturesque countryside brimming with the simple joys of nature. It was a ghost town, its desolation echoing in the vacant houses and disused playgrounds, a monument to a time long past. James, a keen observer at heart, saw the beauty in this forgotten town. The layers of dust on the cobblestone streets were not merely dirt, but tiny fragments of histories untold. The toppled picket fences bore the weight of stories that had been hushed by time. The fading paint on the old townhouse whispered tales of families who once lived there, of joy and heartache, of laughter and tears, and of life and death. In every crack on the wall, every chip in the paint, every weed overgrowing in the backyards, James found a piece of a world that once existed. The desolate town to him was a vast expanse of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. In every nook and cranny he discovered the residues of lives lived before his time, and his curiosity was piqued. His mind was filled with questions. Who were these people? What were their lives like? What stories could the abandoned houses tell? His curiosity was a force to be reckoned with, a burning desire that drove him towards the exploration of the unknown. With each passing day, the forgotten town became a playground for his imagination, a canvas for his vivid thoughts, and a laboratory for his insatiable curiosity. Yet he was merely a boy of tender years, untouched by the harsh realities of the world. His world was one of dreams and fantasies, untouched by the darkness that often lurked beneath the surface. But as he ventured deeper into the forgotten town, his innocence began to peel away, layer by layer, revealing the stark truth of the world. The desolate town was not just a canvas of forgotten stories, but a mirror reflecting the harsh realities of life. The abandoned houses bore the scars of time, the vacant streets echoed the silence of loneliness, and the toppled fences were a testament to the transience of everything. James, the young boy filled with an insatiable curiosity, was drawn to the mystery of the unknown. Yet he was about to understand that the quest for knowledge can sometimes lead one into places that are not meant for the innocent. It was a journey into the unknown, a journey that commenced with curiosity but was about to lead him into the deepest recesses of reality. The forgotten town was a labyrinth, its winding roads leading him further into its heart, its mysteries becoming more profound with each step. The forgotten town, once a canvas for his dreams, was slowly morphing into a maze of enigmas. The desolation was not just physical, it was looming in its essence, waiting to engulf him in its unending darkness. And so it was here, amidst the echoes of the past and the shadows of the forgotten town, that James learned a bitter truth. He discovered that curiosity, while a beacon of enlightenment, could also lead one into the heart of darkness. From the eerie shadows of the abyssal village to the desolate landscapes marked by otherworldly horrors, he embarked on an odyssey that would change his life forever. Abyssal Village, a place where darkness ruled and light dared not venture. The eerie silence of this forsaken place spoke tales of the unspeakable horrors that lurked within its shadows. Its spectral architecture, each building more haunting than the previous, evoked a sense of dread that was almost tangible. A misty fog swirled around the base of the village, obscuring the treacherous path that led into its sinister depths. It was as if the village itself breathed, exhaling cold, damp air that was heavy with the aroma of decay and the lingering scent of fear. An eternal night hung over the village, the void in the sky where stars should have twinkled instead, cradling an oppressive blackness. The traveler, with his heart pounding against his chest, stepped onto the path leading to the village. His journey was just beginning. From the eerie abyssal village he entered into the desolate landscapes, scarred and devastated, products of the otherworldly horrors that had made this region their abode. The landscape was shrouded in lamentable despair, marked with the remnants of once flourishing life. The ground beneath his feet was coarse, the remnants of what was once fertile land now reduced to dust and rubble. The once glorious trees stood withered, their skeletal branches reaching out towards the darkened sky as if pleading for salvation. Silence reigned supreme, broken only by the occasional gust of wind that howled like the ghost of a forgotten past. These otherworldly horrors that lingered were not ordinary creatures. They were beings of chaos and destruction, their mere presence a blight upon the land. Towering monstrosities with glowing eyes and grotesque forms, they sowed terror wherever they roamed. Their roars echoed through the desolation, a testament to their reign of terror. Fear gripped the traveler's heart, but it was this fear that kept him moving forward, deeper into the desolate expanse. He was but a solitary figure, dwarfed by the enormity of his surroundings, yet his spirit remained undeterred. His every step was a declaration of his courage, his every breath a testament to his resolve. As he ventured further into these realms of horror, he could feel his life changing. Each encounter with the horrors, each narrow escape, each victory and each loss shaped him, molded him into someone new. This odyssey, fraught with danger and uncertainty, was changing him in ways he could never have imagined. On he trudged, through the eerie shadows of the abyssal village, through the desolate landscapes marked by otherworldly horrors. He embarked on an odyssey that would change his life forever, an odyssey that would rewrite his destiny, an odyssey that would transform him from a mere traveler into a legend. Guided by a mysterious ally, James started his nerve-wracking journey. The unknown, constantly looming over his head, intensified the danger and risk of his mission. His boots sank into the soft earth, every step an exertion, a strenuous effort against the increasing uncertainty. His ally, a silhouette in the dim moonlight, was just a few steps ahead, a phantom guide whose identity remained concealed. James felt the sweat trickle down the back of his neck, seeping into his worn-out, weather-beaten jacket. He could hear the hooting of the night owls, a symphony of nature that was strangely menacing in the thick silence of the night. His pulse raced, echoing the rhythmic pattern of his footsteps, each beat a stark reminder of the unknown dangers lurking in the darkness. He glanced back, the shadows of their pursuers stretching across the uneven terrain, grotesque and ominous. Their harsh, guttural voices echoed through the stillness, an unspoken promise of the danger that was creeping closer. He could almost feel the malevolent gaze of the enemy, an icy chill that sent shivers down his spine. His heart pounded against his chest, an unsteady drumbeat of fear and anticipation. His mysterious ally moved with an eerie grace, seemingly unaffected by the danger that followed them. James found solace in this calm demeanor, a beacon of hope amidst the roaring storm of uncertainty. He pushed on, his resolve fortified by the undeniable courage of his unknown guide. Each step was a defiance against the encroaching darkness, an act of bravery against the imminent threat. A slight rustle of the leaves, the snapping of twigs underneath heavy boots, the faint howling of the wind, all were signals of their relentless pursuit. James looked ahead, his eyes scanning the vast wilderness, his mind mapping out their escape route. The adrenaline coursing through his veins fueled his resilience, pushing him onwards. His breaths were ragged and heavy, his muscles screamed in protest, but fear was the one thing he refused to let in. The cold night air stung his face, but he pressed on, a silhouette against the moonlit sky. With each passing moment, the pursuit became more intense. The enemy was closing in. The darkness around him seemed to tighten its grip, a palpable snare of impending doom. His heart pounded harder, the relentless rhythm a testament to the dire circumstances he found himself in. Yet in the face of adversity, James found an unwavering strength. The treacherous terrain beneath his feet, the looming threats in the shadows, the ticking time bomb of his pursuer's proximity. All of these adversities fueled his determination. There was no turning back now. His mind was set on one goal and one goal only: survival. The deafening silence was suddenly broken by a chilling growl, a haunting reminder of the malevolent forces that pursued him. His heart pounded as he raced against these forces, guided by his mysterious ally through the treacherous terrain. And in the end, he found his way back, leaving the haunting abyss behind to return to the safety of his home. Yet the adventure had changed him, for he now knew that although darkness may hold mysteries, home is where the heart truly belongs.